human mind starts working. How old this person can be? Okay, normally not everybody, you monks, perhaps you don't, we have a very, very control. Monks and nuns, you have a control over the mind. Okay, I hope everybody can follow me, right? You can follow me? You understand I'm speaking slowly, right? Okay, I'm speaking slowly and trying to enunciate every word I speak. Enunciation, speaking with clarity, so that everybody can understand. In 1995, this man was still a teenager and I couldn't speak English at all, let alone speaking. I did not even understand when people spoke. I didn't understand a single sentence, because some people think India is an English-speaking country, which is not true. Not true at all. Of course, a small fraction of people, Indians, do speak English, but the number is very, very low. The percentage is very, very low. So we don't belong to an English-speaking country. Okay, just a minute, please. Thank you, sir. All right, so I had to learn English all the way from scratch. And eventually in 2019, I arrived at Cambridge University. Hello. Eventually, finally, in 2019, how many years later? How many years later? 1995, 2005. Again, here 25 years? I don't know. I'm not good at calculating, okay? I'm not good at. So I eventually in 2019, I arrived at Cambridge University, England. So I share my knowledge, how I did, how English can be learned as a second language or any language as a second language. Not only English, if we use these methods, we can also learn Sinhalese, Thai, or Burmese, or Japanese, or any language. We can use the same method. Maybe some changes we might need to make. So the methods, first of all, in my opinion and in my experience, first of all, we need to know why we want to learn, or what is the purpose. Now, ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? This is the first and the most important question. And I want you to note this question. Why do I want to learn English? The first important thing. If your objective is only speaking a little with your friends, or maybe at parties, or maybe casual conversation on the phone with your friends, that's okay. You don't need an in-depth knowledge of the English language. Speaking is much easier. Speaking is much easier. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, why do I want to learn English? What is the objective? Is it only to speak with some friends or family, some casual talk, or do you have a professional goal? Or do you want to speak on stage? Do you want to speak to an audience? Do you want to go for high-profile professions? Or do you want the ability to writing? Do you want to write applications? Do you want to write articles in newspapers? And what's your objective? That should be clear right now in the month of October. Yeah, in 2021, get it clear. You ask yourself, why? Is it only casual talk with your friends? Oh, is it a professional goal? Two things, because they are not exactly the same thing. They look the same, but they are not the same. Why? Speaking, it does not require any in-depth knowledge. Okay, speaking does not require any in-depth knowledge, but being able to write, being able to speak on stage, professional communication requires an in-depth knowledge, a command of the English language, or any language. So that's the first thing that we need to ask ourselves and find the answer. The next thing, find where you stand. The next one, find where you stand. You need to understand how much do you know. And it's possible there are some special tests because the English language has been divided into 6 categories. The whole world, entire English language has been divided into 6 categories. All right. So just a minute. Yes. All that's written in books. This is a book written by somebody from Israel. Okay. It's a nice book. I just recently bought it. Okay. So all that is written in books, all that you find on the internet, all that you find in the newspaper, all that people speak on stage, whole English has been divided into 6 categories, 6 parts. All right. What are they called? What are the 6 categories called? They are called CEFR. CEFR. I'll give you the word. If you don't know, maybe some of you do know and some of you don't. CEFR. CEFR. And some people also call it CEFRL. Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. You will find it on the internet. You can just type. Okay, this framework, very, very scientifically, systematically, it has been divided into 6 categories. They are called A1, the most basic, and C2, the most advanced. And they are in the middle, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. All right, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. I will help you with that. And some of you perhaps do know about these things. Please bear with me. A1 is the most basic, A1. Then comes A2, which is fairly advanced. I mean, a little more advanced than A2. Then comes B1. I've taken it top down, not bottom up. It's good to write. It's better to write top. Okay. I mean, sorry, bottom up, not top down. Bottom up. Write it bottom up, please, not top down. Okay. B1, B2, C1, and C2. All right. This method in which the English language has been categorized is called CEFR. So, first of all, you will need to understand where I stand. How much do I know? All the 4 aspects. Now, in language, there are 4 skills that we need. That they are speaking and listening. Let's put listening first, okay? Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. But academically, it's usually put the other way around. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Reading means you should be able to read and understand. And I will also tell you how to read with my own experience. Some of you might know more than me. I know. So, so I'll be happy to learn. Okay. Okay, somebody says, I don't think so, not right now. Anyway, maybe later. What does it mean, please? Okay, is somebody speaking to me, please? Adwin Wilkison to everybody. Okay, is somebody speaking to me?
No, sir. They just keep
okay.
some idea. Please carry on.
All right, all right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm making sense. You can follow what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do, sir.
Good, good. Somebody says, I don't think so. What is it? I was shocked.
Not concerned to you that maybe they talk some things that
they're chatting among themselves.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all right, good. Oh, thank you. I've been spotlighted. Wow, nice. I'm big now. Nice. Special, right? Okay. Now, reading.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So let's put it this way, because we are all learning English as a second language, ESL. Unlike some people say, speaking comes first, but in my case, it didn't. It came that way. First, I learned reading, then writing, then listening, then speaking. Maybe for a native speaker, it comes this way: listening, speaking, reading, writing. But for me and for most people, for most of you, it comes in this pattern, right? First comes reading and writing, listening, and speaking. So there is nothing wrong to follow this. So many native teachers are saying, no, this is wrong. But no, it's not wrong. They have their method, and a native speaker is their approach and our approach. They don't match. We know because we didn't learn English in our childhood, so we have to learn as an adult. So I know how to learn English as an adult, as a second language. I know as an adult. Maybe they know how to learn as a child. So a native speaker's method does not work. I'm talking about an average native English teacher's method doesn't work. Why? Because they don't have the experience. They don't know. They picked up the language as they grew up. They grew up with the English language. They didn't have to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. So this pattern is all right: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So there is nothing wrong with this method. All right. Okay. Now there are some tests, examinations. Is it noisy? I'm sorry about that. In the adjacent building, there are people talking. Okay, I'm trying to keep my building as quiet as possible. But if it's too noisy, I will close the windows. I know I'm in a city. It's a big city, Delhi. Okay. So if it is too noisy, Dr. Singh, please tell me. I will have to.
I think it's okay, sir. I think it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So there are some tests online, and with the help of which you can find out your reading skill, and also some tests that help you understand your listening skill. But as far as writing and speaking concerned, you might need somebody who can guide you where you stand, how much English you know. That's very, very, very, very important, okay? How much English you know based on CEFR. Very, very, very important. Why? There is something called comprehensible listening input and comprehensible reading input. They mean you have to read content that you can follow, at the same time somewhat challenging. Hello, now listen, what to read and what to listen. That's called, there is a researcher named Stephen Krashen. Some of you might have heard his name, Stephen Krashen. Yes, Stephen Krashen. He has given a hypothesis. He has propounded a hypothesis called comprehensible input. I have just made it a little, improved it. I would rather call it comprehensible listening input and comprehensible reading input. Okay, that will be easier. I have made it easier for people to understand, I think. Okay, maybe his method is also easy, but of course I have learned this concept from him, and it's really, why? You need to choose content that's a little advanced, a little challenging, about 30%, 33% challenging, and 20% challenging, 30% challenging, but it must not be more than 35% challenging. And most of the content you should be able to understand. And initially, those beginners, you should begin with pictorial. I use a lot of pictorial methods. Looking at the pictures and read. Pictorial method for low-level English learners, they need pictorial method. Okay, this is being recorded. You can also, afterwards, you can revise. Okay, now listening. Listening also, you should listen to somebody who speaks, not just one person. You can also listen to all kinds of different countries. Unlike most people think that you need to listen to native speakers, it's not true, because as far as being able to articulate language is concerned, it had nothing to do with native teachers. No, in native speakers, nothing. Because there are eloquent and articulate speakers from China. There are good speakers from India, from Japan, from every country, Thailand. You don't have to choose somebody, an Englishman or an American or an Australian. But of course, there are some quality, educated, articulate speakers. You can listen to them also. But it does not have to be somebody, a native speaker, because our objective is not to speak like a native speaker, only we want to speak English globally. Okay, that's what I call it, globally native. What do I call it? Globally native. Yeah, nice. I have coined this phrase. I have invented this. I call it globally native. You don't have to be regionally native. Because native, there are too many varieties of native speaking. So this very concept of native speaking, in my opinion, with my humble opinion, it just doesn't make sense. Because I have been to the United Kingdom and I've also met a lot of people from different English-speaking countries. I have found they all speak differently. So native means where? Which part of England? Which part of the USA? Which part of Australia? Which part of Ireland? Ireland, they have their own language, right? Okay, Canada. So so many variations, so many types. So the very concept of native speaking, in my opinion, does not make sense. All right, so listening, reading, I told you, it is called comprehensible reading input. Okay, you can write it, please. Comprehensible reading input. Comprehensible reading input. Comprehensible reading input. And also you can write comprehensible listening input. Comprehensible reading input, which means you should choose content that you can understand and also a little challenging, a little fairly more advanced than what you know. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. Is it? You can follow me? A little more advanced than what you presently know. That's called comprehensible. Comprehensible, at the same time, there should be input. There are two things here. That's called, one is comprehensible, one is input. Hello, come on, pay attention. There must be some new input. At the same time, it should be comprehensible. Not just comprehensible reading. Comprehensible reading input. Not just input, also it should be the both. And now, next one, comprehensible listening input. Listen to somebody. It can be anybody, any global English speaker from any country, and that you can follow at the same time a little more advanced than what you can follow. It should be a little challenging for your brain, and it works miracle. That's what I did. I don't claim to have become perfect, of course, but I know what perfection is. Okay. Okay, all right. So education never ends. Learning never ends. I know. I'm still learning, but at least I know what to learn and how to learn. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Yeah. Find out where you stand. For this one, you need what? The right test. So online, you can find some tests for your writing and reading skill, and also something for listening skill. But as far as writing is concerned, and as far as speaking is concerned, you might need somebody's help, and for that I am ready to help you. You will get my phone number, WhatsApp number, and we can be in touch. Now, next one is attitude. Attitude plays an important role. Okay, what's your attitude? That's an important role. So Shakespeare also said there are 3 kinds of people who succeed in life, right? You know that? 3 kinds of people. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. So Shakespeare said there are 3 kinds of people. Some are born great. That means some people born with that language. Okay, in our context, we can put it this way. Some people were born in their childhood and they didn't have to work so hard. But also the advantage is when you learn English as a second language, you have 2 languages or 3, 4 languages. I'm proud to have 6 languages. Hello. I'm proud to be the owner of 6 languages. How many languages did I say? 6. And I'd like to add more using the same method. It's possible. Okay. So, and some are born great. That means they are born that way, and it becomes, if you could learn English as your first language in your childhood, that would be, of course, easier in one way, but also it would have had some disadvantage also. And some achieve greatness. That's what Shakespeare says. That means with their own hard work, they can also acquire and succeed in life. That's what I did. And that's what you are doing, or you have done, or you will do. I don't know, because there are many, many people from different countries. Okay, there are maybe people who speak English very, very well. We're talking about the English language, second language, okay? Okay, so, and the third is what? Some have greatness thrust upon them, which means they did not have that environment in their childhood, but they got, after they grew up, somehow they got good schooling. They got world-class schools and university, college and university, so they did not have to try. So 3 categories, successful people, that's what Shakespeare talks about. What? Some are born great. You can find this on the internet. Okay, I may be something missing. Don't write as it is what I'm saying. Okay, because I'm not the ditto one, not exact one, but you can find that. Shakespeare. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. That means they don't deserve success, but automatically, even if they didn't, due to their parental cooperation, due to their money, they got good schooling, and they automatically became fluent speakers, and they have a good ability to write. So now, if you were not born to rich parents, if you did not get good schooling, does it mean you are stuck? Does it mean you are stuck? Are you stuck? No, you are not. Still, we can be the second one. Some achieve greatness. That the right attitude is important, that not everybody is lucky enough to be born great. And not everybody is lucky enough to have greatness thrust upon them. There are people also in the category that you and I are. Okay, so we need to have the right attitude. And 2, you need to think that it is possible to acquire a second language and learn it very well. It is possible. Attitude plays an important role in life, because everything we do, researchers and human behavior experts have found all over the world that everything depends on our attitude. Attitude means our mindset. Attitude means what? Our mindset. The way we think, feel, or behave towards something or somebody. That's what the Oxford Dictionary talks about attitude. Okay, attitude means the way we feel. Let me find it. I know the definition because this is a very, I like this word, attitude. Okay, this is one of my favorite words, attitude. Have a look at this one. If possible, take a screenshot if you don't have the dictionary. It says the way that you think, feel about something or somebody, the way you behave towards somebody or something, that shows how you think or feel. Yeah, this is attitude. To a layman, you can also say mindset, attitude. Maybe, I don't know if you can read it. If not, you can find this definition in the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. I'll show you. Have a look at this one. Yeah, this one. Just wait. This one. It's a good dictionary. Okay. Now, everything we do is the result of our attitude. Even the way we dress, the way we eat, the kind of life we live depends on our attitude. Yeah, I'm not saying all big experts, human behavior experts, and philosophers and thinkers are talking about it. And it reminds me, there was a man. He got on the train. He was waiting at the train station and got on the train. And he sat on one of the berths, on one of the seats, and he noticed next to him was a young lady, recently married, maybe married about 1 or 2 years ago. She was wearing a wedding ring on the wrong finger. Not. Okay, I hope you can make out. This is my left hand, okay, because it gives the mirror view. Okay, left. She was not wearing here, she was wearing here, okay? I mean on her right finger, okay? And the man got curious. He wanted to ask, why are you wearing the wedding ring on the wrong finger? But the man didn't know her. They were strangers. He couldn't ask her. He wanted to ask, but he had no courage. He had no guts. Half an hour, 1 hour, it was a long journey, maybe 2 3 hours train journey. Eventually, about 2 hours later, the man asked, hello, madam, why are you wearing the wedding ring on the wrong finger? She replied, I married the wrong man. I married the wrong man. So that means even the way we wear a ring depends on the way we think. Hello, I'm not exaggerating. It's a fact. The way we dress, the way we talk, the way we behave, the way we live is the result of our attitude. That's what experts are talking about. They're talking about it the past 10 or 15, 20 years. There has been a lot of research into attitude, into mindset. Okay, mindset and attitude to a layman, they are the same, okay? Maybe to a psychologist, maybe very subtle difference, but you can, for an easy way, you can write mindset and attitude, same meaning, all right? Mindset and attitude. Just for you to understand, mindset and attitude, to a layman, they have this, maybe at deep level, maybe some for a psychologist, psychiatrists, all those experts, maybe some difference, okay? But we lay people means not psychologists, lay people, ordinary people like us, like monks also, right? Okay, yeah, in this context, the monks and nuns are also lay people, okay, in this context. Okay, now, attitude plays an important role that you should think that I can. Now, 2021, going forward, 2021, I don't know, in Thai year or in your Japanese year, I don't know. Okay, so it's a little difficult. Maybe 26 something. Okay, 2021, you are standing and you have to think 2022, 2023, 2025, you will become an eloquent and articulate speaker and an expert in writing. Okay, so that's attitude plays an important role. Third important thing. And the fourth one, I have a lot to share, but I don't know how much I can cover. I'm trying to be fast, but at the same time, I need to make sure that everybody can follow me. Okay, so I have to have the balance. So if you want me to go faster, please do tell me. I'll be happy to oblige. Okay, Yes, next important thing is use the best material. So being born in the 21st century, 20th century, right? We were all. Okay, being in the 21st century, being born so late, we also have some advantages that we have so many things and so many quality materials in the whole world. There have been lot of research into second language learning and second language acquisition and English, and there are lot of study materials. So use the best study material, world class. Don't compromise on quality. No compromise on quality. Maybe it's more expensive, but no compromise on quality. Unlike some people do, what they do, they go to the market and they grab some cheap quality, just pay a little money and they grab cheap quality books and listening, material, which is detrimental, which is bad, which is not beneficial. So you should choose the world-class best material, even if it costs a lot of money. And it is worth it. It is worth it. I spent quite a lot of money on study materials, and eventually I got all the money back. I got it back. I got it all back. It's not a loss. Okay, I got many times more than what I spent on study materials. Very good tip, okay? Spend enough money on study materials. That's an important point. Okay, my own experience. I haven't read it anywhere. No, my own experience.
Recording in progress.
They're not the same thing at all. That we need to understand. So, to achieve a command, a good command of the English language or anything, and a new language, you need to give yourself enough time. Don't look for a shortcut. Don't look for a shortcut. This is an important point. Don't look for a shortcut. If not, you will get, if you do, you will get frustrated. Frustration will haunt you. I have seen this is true. Okay. And let's go to the next point. So consistency is more important, all right? And motivation, I would say, of course, motivation is also important, but consistency. Consistency means what? Don't quit. It means not quitting, including on Sundays and on holidays. Always study, study, study, listen, read, and also, if possible, speak. And you don't need anybody to speak English with. If you do have somebody, it's good, but you don't need. I have a lot of techniques. You can learn English on your own. I did. I went to England just 2019, just before coronavirus struck the globe, struck the world. Before that, I practiced English on my own, all by myself, and it's possible. Only you need to have the right method. Yes, it's possible. You don't need anybody to speak English with. Of course, if you do have somebody, hey, but only an English-speaking partner does not help. He or she must be a good speaker. If not, there is also a possibility of mislearning. Hello, there is something called learning. There is also called something called
Recording in
do many things
progress.
to ourselves, okay? We need somebody to do it with. Maybe we can practice something. Maybe we can do mirror practice. But talking to oneself, either you have to be a madman or you have to be a genius. Not, I can't talk to myself. I can't talk to myself. How can I talk to myself? I need somebody to talk to. But I can practice something. So talk to yourself. In my opinion, it does not make sense. Even if I don't use the word nonsense, I would rather say it doesn't make sense. Talk to yourself is not true. It does not work. Okay? It's easy for them, native teachers. Okay, it's easy for them to talk to yourself. Have they done it? Have they done it? Have they done it? Have you done it? No. They are staying there and making videos and posting videos on YouTube. Talk to yourself, talk to yourself. Come on, I'd like to ask you a question in your face. Have you done it? The answer is no, no. They grew up in that environment. They picked up the language. They didn't have to learn it the way we are learning or the way we learned or the way we will learn. They grew up with the language. They picked up the language. Pick up. Hey, pick up. Yeah, there is a difference between picking up a language and learning and acquiring it. Picking up is, now, for an example, if I start living in Thailand, I listen to people automatically, I will pick up some of the Thai language. I will pick up. I don't have to learn it automatically. That's only picking up. So most native English speakers, there are some scholars, there are some wise people, there are knowledgeable people, respect unto them all. But being a native speaker does not mean you know how to learn the English language. No, you don't. Okay, I can do this one too. Only being a native does not necessarily mean you know how to learn English. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, it's true. Okay, even look, me. Okay, being an Indian does not mean they can teach you Hindi. No. Can they teach you Hindi? Being a Thai does it mean he knows how to teach Thai? No. Maybe he can speak Thai. That's different. So there are fools in the world. Why? People are blindly following because they don't have common sense. They need to use their brain. Okay, I hope I'm not saying too much. Okay, it's supposed to be formal, but I can't always afford to be formal sometimes, because I am sharing my experience, how I learned. Okay, now let's go to the next point. Okay, finding the right guidance. Okay, finding the right guidance. Yeah, why? Somebody who has done it can show you the way. Who hasn't done it doesn't know how to do it. Okay, find the right guidance. Just like I came across this quotation a long time ago, many years ago. This quotation is from a man called Ram Sarma Acharya. Ram Sarma Acharya, a very wise intellectual from India. He said, seeds of talent are hidden in every human being. Provided a suitable environment under an expert guidance, they can be made to grow into fructifying trees. It means, now let's look at this quotation in short. It means seeds of talent, the ability is hidden in us, in people. But only we need to have the right guidance and right practice. Okay? Also, I can go a lot, I can tell you something about practice makes perfect is also incomplete, okay? Some people think practice makes perfect. In my opinion, it's not true. Not complete, at least it's incomplete statement. Why? Practice does not make perfect. We need to have the right practice in order to become perfect, right? If we keep practicing the mistakes, we will also become perfect in making mistakes. So, practice makes perfect, which we have known it for a long time, for years, and I think for centuries we have been using it. Practice makes perfect, right? Come on, write this. Practice makes perfect. I've heard about this many times. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Is it true? Is it true? Practice makes perfect. Is it true? Practice makes perfect. It's a very popular, very famous statement which has been in use for a long time, maybe for centuries. But in my opinion, practice, we need to have the right practice in order to become perfect, or at least to achieve excellence. Okay? Only practice does not help. We need to have the right practice. Okay, so that's why guidance is important. Right guidance is important. So Ram Sarma Acharya said, I will try to give it to you on Zoom. Just a minute. I'll copy and paste it. It's from a man called Ram Sarma Acharya. You might find it on the internet also. I'll just sending it to you. This is worth learning. Yeah, come on. Take a screenshot or keep this one, please. It's very important. Okay. Seeds of talent are hidden in every human being. Provided a suitable environment under an expert guidance, they can be made to grow into fructifying trees. That means everybody has the ability, but only they need the right guidance and the right practice, and they can become fructifying tree, fruit-giving tree. Fructifying means fruit-giving trees. Trees that give you fruit. Okay, fruit-giving trees. All right. So next part. Yes. Very, very important is read a lot. Unlike some people say, you learn a language by listening. No, not true. You need to read. Maybe a child learns a language by listening, through listening only. But as an adult, it's not possible. Only listening does not give you an in-depth knowledge. No, it doesn't. Maybe it does give you some input, and you can look, come on. Yeah, very good point. If I start living in Thailand 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, come on, 10 years. All right, I live in Thailand 10 years. I decided 2022 to 2032. 2031, right? 31, okay. 10 years. I have decided to live in Thailand from 2022 until 2031. 10 years, right? I hope it's 10 years. Okay, I'm not good at counting. Okay. All right. So now, at the end of this duration, do you think I'll become an expert? Do you think I'll be able to speak Thai on stage? Do you think I'll be able to translate this book into Thai? Do you think? Yeah, come on. In 10 years, shall I be able to translate this book? Only listening and speaking. Yeah, possible? Come on. No, not possible. 15 years, come on. No, 10 years too little. 10 years, no. I will give myself 15 years, please. 15 years. In Thailand, is possible? No. 20 years? No, not possible. That means only listening does not help. You need to learn, okay, it's possible, but I need to learn the Thai language in a methodical, systematic way. If I want to be able to translate, if I want to be able to stand on stage and give speeches, if I want to speak to an audience the way I am doing now, I must learn the Thai language in a systematic, methodical way. Then it is possible, or it is perhaps possible to a certain extent. Okay? Or if I'm very motivated and consistency, it's certainly possible. So only listening does not help. Please read. Don't listen to those people who say only listening and speaking, you will become an expert in speaking. Not true. Not true. You need to have a lot of input, and reading is why normally when people speak in the street, they don't speak well. They don't speak this kind of good structures. They don't use beautiful sentences. Okay, somebody lives in England. Hello. Now, go and start living in England for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, doesn't matter. Will you just, I mean, if you already have a lot of academic knowledge, that's different. Normally, if anybody starts living in England for 10 years, will they be able to speak the way I am doing now? Come on. Only living in England. Hello? 15 years? No. Why not? Because only listening does not help. Only listening doesn't help. Because I read a lot. I did a lot of writing. Of course, I also did listening. Listening is an essential component, but that's not enough. So only listening does not help. Please read every day. Don't listen to people who say you don't need grammar, don't need reading. Don't listen to them. You do also need grammar. You need grammatical structures. Don't listen to. Yeah. As a child, a child does not need to study grammar because they have that ability to acquire automatically. But as an adult, we lose as we grow older, we lose the ability to acquire. I mean, not lose, it becomes slower. And so we require certain methods. Also, we need grammar. Grammar does not mean exactly the names and the what are they called? Definitions, but we need the ability to use them. I mean, grammatical rules are required. Grammatical rules are important. Even if we don't need grammar, but we need the rules of grammar. As an adult, we must not mix up child learning a language and adult learning a language. Don't mix up. Totally two different things. There is something called critical age factor. Did you know? Stephen Krashen also had talked about this. Stephen Krashen. Okay, he has talked about this. The older we get, the tougher it becomes to acquire a second language. But doesn't mean impossible. It means it is possible, but it becomes tougher. The older we get, the tougher it becomes. All right, so be an avid reader, read a lot. Hello, please do tell me, I don't know the Thai time here, okay? Because the invitation I have is in Thai time, so I can see only my Indian time. Please, Dr. Harnoli, if when the time is up, please do tell me, okay?
Yes, sir. Now it's 2 p.m., sir. You still have, so remain 1 hour.
Okay, good. I've got.
Thank you, sir.
Because I can't follow Thai time here, because my computer shows Indian time. All right, now read every day and be an avid reader. But now the question comes: what kind of reading? That's a little big topic. I cannot cover it within 2 hours because many more things to cover. So if anybody interested in learning about reading, how to read effectively, we'll talk about that. You please note my number. I would like to note my number. I also have WhatsApp on this one. Okay, and also, okay, if you would like to know more about reading, okay, I have WhatsApp and I also have Line, but I don't know how to use it exactly. I'm not familiar. Okay, WhatsApp is enough. And also I have Telegram. And I also have Skype. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now let's go to this one. Yes. Number 8, mind your media messages. Use social media with people who have a good command of English. I mean, and also next point I'd like to tell you, don't just chat carelessly, casually. When you write something, write beautifully in a sophisticated, educated way. I'll show you. When I chat with my brother who is in Canada, let's see how I chat, how I talk to him. I don't write badly. I write slowly, but write it well. Look, I know how I write. Beautifully, in a systematic way. I practice writing media message also. Thank you. I just showed your messages to Brother Hikmat. He's positive too. I asked him if he has a different plan. He says he's already into it and doesn't have a different plan. Look, can you see that? I write in a systematic grammatical way. I can be casual. I can just say short forms quickly without using grammar, but that will give me bad practice. So when you are chatting with your family members or with friends, when you are writing in English, write the proper way. Don't be lazy. Don't go for shortcut. Don't go for shortcut. Use the full stops, question marks, the capital letters, everything. Why? If you practice wrongly today, and tomorrow when you have to write well, properly, formally, writing an email or writing a letter, you will not be able to do that. Why? Because if you have practiced in a wrong way, that becomes habitual. And tomorrow when you have to, if you think that when the right time comes, I will be careful, that just doesn't happen. It does not happen because that's not what you practiced. Because we are the product of our, come on, we are the product of our habits. We are the product of our habits. My quotation, okay? This great man, okay? My quotation. Okay, we are the product of our habits. All right, just kidding. Okay, it's true. So practice media messages. We are chatting on WhatsApp or Line or Telegram, Facebook, whatever. Write carefully, write slowly, write well. Don't write. Now, example, I'll show you. Asa Chakma wrote here, yes, it is. Okay, yeah, come on, I'll show you later. How to write yes it is, I will show you, in my opinion, okay? Asa Chakma, please don't mind, because I'm a teacher now, you are a student. Okay, I will correct it. And also tomorrow you will be my teacher, I'll learn from you. Asa Chakma, you just, the way you wrote yes it is, and look, the way I wrote yes it is, can you see that? Can you see the difference?
Yes, difference.
Okay, why? What did I do?
They do shortly, shortcut.
Yes. Okay, just I'm giving an example, and look, they were asking if you were sharing your screen. Yeah, this is perfect, almost perfect. Aldwin Wilkison, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Is the speaker sharing his screen? Yeah, this is perfect. Bisut, Lamaram. Okay. Good afternoon, Asan. Okay, look. Okay, Moon Chio. Okay, good afternoon, Achan. This way. Okay, use a comma. Afternoon, A small. Look, this way, use a comma. I mean, your media messages, wherever you practice for about a year or two. But once you come to a certain level, you might decide to not to follow these rules. But initially, at the beginning, you should follow this rule. Wherever you are chatting with somebody, writing a casual message, casually, but still chat in a systematic way. Because anything we do repeatedly, what? Becomes a habit. Becomes a habit, right? If we do something wrongly, that will become a habit. And if we practice something the right way, that also becomes a habit. And before we think that we got the habit has got us. Hello. Before we realize that we have got the wrong habit has got us. And it doesn't go easily. It doesn't go. That becomes habitual. My experience, okay? I haven't read anywhere. It's true. That it sticks to us, doesn't want to leave us. So before we realize that I got the habit has got us. Yeah, true. Do you agree with me? Are you with me? Yes, no. Come on, send a thumbs up sign at least. Let me motivate me. Okay. Before we realize that we got the habit has got us. Thank you, Atan Kumar. Thank you. That's motivation. Okay. Now, so media messages also write well, and if possible, chat with people who have a fairly good command of English. Even if you have to chat with people who don't have, but doesn't matter, but you write well. Even if the other person writes badly, but you mustn't write badly. You write well, systematically. Okay. Yes. Find a conversation partner. This also helps. I told you, but conversation partner is good, but it should be at your level or a little more advanced than you. But don't, for some time it's okay to choose somebody from lower level, but if you want to do it longer, always regularly choose somebody at your level or higher level. Are you noting them? It's important, okay? Very, very important points, all right? Very important. Now, next one, number 10 is the last one. I also have many other things to share. I have more things to share than I can. Okay, now, listening to and shadowing audios, watching films, TV also helps. Okay, this also helps. Listening and shadowing, not just listening and shadowing. What does shadowing mean? Shadowing means when an actor in the film or somebody on stage is speaking, you can also practice a little. Maybe you mumble a little, small, okay, quietly, okay, muttering in your mouth. You can, but whenever there is an opportunity, speak louder also. Shadowing is very, very, I shadowed Shiv Khera. I shadowed a lot. Shiv Khera, if you don't know him, you might find him on the internet, on YouTube, shadowing. Shadowing is very powerful. And that's what we do. A child shadows a lot. And we need to add something from the way a child learns. But everything that the way a child learns does not help. Come on. Because we are adults and our brains are more mature. We have that critical age factor. The way the child learns, we cannot learn the same way, but some of the things are common. So shadowing, a child shadows. A child listens to its parents or neighbors or other seniors, and they repeat. The same way we can also shadow. I shadowed a lot. Shiv Khera. Okay? He is a motivational speaker from India. Shiv Khera. How many of you know him? If you, maybe you do, some of you don't. He speaks English very well. I mean, just listen to his English speeches. He also speaks Hindi. I also speak Hindi. Okay. So Shiv Khera, shadowing helps. Okay. If you haven't started shadowing yet, do some shadowing, 10 minutes, half an hour a day, or possible 1 hour a day. That's a lot. Shadowing is very, very powerful. But choose somebody who enunciates. Hello. Most native speakers, they speak too quietly. Come on. Choose somebody who speaks with proper enunciation. Those who articulate. Okay? You know, enunciation means enunciation. Enunciate. What does enunciate mean? Enunciate. Enunciate means speaking with clarity. Each word very clearly. Which I'm trying to do because I know there are people from different countries. Okay? Enunciate. Enunciate. I hope I'm spelling it right. Enunciate. Okay? You can look up the word in the dictionary or on the internet. Enunciate. Okay, choose somebody, when you shadow, choose somebody who enunciates and also who has a fairly good command of English. Okay? Why? Most native, I'm not saying everybody, there are also good speakers from England or in the USA, but most of them, I think 80-90% speak English badly. They don't enunciate because that's the habit they got in their childhood. They can't just get rid of it. They speak too fast, too quietly. Okay. So you can choose People from any country. I also shadowed Jack Ma. Hello, Jack Ma. Yes, I did. Anybody from China? China? Hello, Chinese people. So there are people from China also, I think. I shadowed Jack Ma. Jack Ma. He speaks English well. Very, very well, Jack Ma. I shadowed him a lot. And also I shadowed Sadhguru. Okay, so not necessarily from England. Of course, I did some shadowing from England also. His name is Francis Matthews. Francis Matthews, but not much. Most of these people are from non-English speaking countries. They enunciate very well. They speak very clearly. So shadowing, nice. Shadowing is a nice point. Yes. Okay, these 10 points are covered. Now I will take you to the next journey. All right. Let me get ready. Give me 2 minutes, please. In the meantime, you can look with me. Can you please stop the recording for 5 minutes? I'm just trying to find the next folder.
Recording stopped.
I found it. Okay, next important thing I'd like to tell you is about tenses.
Recording in progress.
I have prepared something. I can give you all of these things for free. Okay, tenses. If you do want to bring out your fluency quickly, tense chart. The tense chart is very, very helpful, very useful. Now, look, what you have to do is just practice these structures. I'm at home, I'm not at home. Am I at home? Aren't I at home? They sound a little awkward, but you need to do it. Okay, aren't I? Look, have you noticed that am and not, when they join, they become aren't, not amn't. Okay, unlike some people think, am and not joining, look, is not becomes isn't, was not becomes wasn't, are not becomes aren't, were not becomes weren't, is plus not becomes isn't. Yeah, this normal rule, but am and not doesn't follow that rule. Am plus not becomes aren't. These are the nuances that you need to, you need to understand. They're small, different things that the technical part of the English language you need to learn, our second language. Am plus not becomes aren't, not amn't. Unlike most people think. Some people say amn't. No, not true. Aren't. Okay? Aren't I with you? Why are you worried? Aren't I with you? Aren't I your brother? Aren't I your sister? That way. Aren't. Am plus not becomes aren't. Hey, okay. But in the USA, they also have something called ain't. Ain't, which is informal, but don't use it. But if somebody says ain't, this is informal. Okay, ain't. But you cannot say amn't. Okay, this is also possible, but in formal situations, in writing, don't use it in writing. In writing, you can use this one. This one. Okay, so now I will tell you what the tense chart is. If you had a group, the club group of WhatsApp or Line, I can give it to somebody. You can. Do you have a common platform? Yeah, Dr. Singh, do you have a common platform somewhere where I can share these things, these materials? All right, you can tell me later about this. Okay, now I'm at home. I'm not at home. Am I at home? Aren't I at home? We are at home. Come on, you can practice on. Go on practicing. We aren't at home. Some of you might get bored, but just this method works a lot. Look, now you need to practice the same pattern with this one. Now I haven't written, this is blank. This you need to practice this way. I'm in a car at the moment. I'm not in a car at the moment. Am I in a car at the moment? Aren't I in a car at the moment? We are in a car at the moment. We aren't in. When you practice many times, your brain, and there are two parts of the, the brain, and then what? It gets programmed, I mean. The brain gets programmed. Okay? We are in a car at the moment. We aren't in a car at the moment. Are we in a car at the moment? Aren't we in a car at the moment? Now, you are in a car at the moment. You aren't in a car at the moment. Are you in a car at the moment? Aren't you in a car at the moment? You are, you can practice you 2 times. Why? You singular and you plural has, the same structure, but the meaning changes. You are in a car at the moment. You are, have you noticed? Look, you and you. Look, can you see that? Doesn't change. You singular and you also plural. In English, it doesn't change it. So you need to practice it 2 times. Look. Now this one, look, I have been a teacher. Okay, now write something about yourself. Okay, I have been a teacher for over 20 years. I haven't been a teacher. You can also talk about yourself. I have been a monk for a long time. I haven't been a monk for a long time. Have I been a monk for a long time? Haven't I been a monk for a long time? We have been monks. We have been monks. We have to write, okay, because we, plural. We have been monks for a long time. We haven't been monks for a long time. Have we been monks for a long time? Haven't we been monks for a long time? Then you go to the next one. Somebody is in a noisy place. Maybe somebody wants to speak. Who is it, please? You want to speak, please? Is there anybody who wants to say something? Oh, okay. Where is it? I couldn't find. Okay. You have been a monk for a long time. You haven't been a monk for a long time. This way it goes. Look. And look, now you practice it. I have been sad since I heard the news. I haven't been sad since I heard the news. Have I been sad since I heard the news? Haven't I been? You need to practice these structures time and again. I was at home last night. I wasn't at home last night. Was I at home? Past tense. And now these are, I was on a train when you phoned. I wasn't on a train when you phoned. Was I on a train when you phoned? Wasn't I on a train when you phoned? Now we were on, we were, I was, we were on a train when you phoned. We weren't on a train when you phoned. Were we on a train when you phoned? Weren't we on a train when you phoned? You are on a train when I phoned. Okay, you weren't on a train when I phoned. Were you on a train when I phoned? Weren't you on a train when I phoned? This way, you practice all the structures and your brain gets programmed. Look, and in the future tense, I'll be at home tomorrow. I'll be at home. Just practice it a few times. I will be, I won't be. Shall I be? Look, in question will become shall. Shall I be at home tomorrow? Some people also say, will I be at home, which is not so formal, doesn't sound good. For I and we, you better use shall. Okay, shan't I be, shall and not together becomes shan't. Shan't I be at home tomorrow? You practice this many times and then you go to this one. I'll be a good English speaker in a few months. I won't be a good English speaker in a few months. Shall I be a good English speaker in a few months? You need to train your brain. Automatically, your brain will be able to produce those structures spontaneously. That's called spontaneous speaking. Spontaneous, without thinking. Because if you have to think every time you speak, you will never be able to speak well. Okay, so I will go, okay, put them in a group. Yes, all right. Yes, Dr. Harmoli. So now, okay, the point is, you have to program your brain such a way. Sometimes you know, but the brain doesn't know. You know, but the brain does not know. You have to train the brain. Only you know that's not enough. That does not suffice. That's not enough. You need to train your brain so that you can speak without thinking. Look, I'm standing here. If I have to think every time I speak, I will. Do you think I'll ever be able to speak well? No. It has to become spontaneous. The sentences, words must come out spontaneously without thinking. That's called LASP, Linguistic Automaticity System Programming. What's that called? Linguistic Automaticity System Programming. Okay, there are two parts. So far, science has been able to find there are two parts in the brain that are responsible for production of the speech. I also have that one. I will share that if possible. Okay, so there are two parts in the brain, okay, that are responsible for production of speeches and words. And when we do this thing time and again, that part of the brain, those parts of the brain, get programmed. And when you speak, your sentences will start coming out spontaneously, without thinking, non-thinking. That's important. Because as long as you have to speak with thinking, as long as you have to think to speak, you will never be able to speak well. As long as you have to think to speak, you will never be able to speak well. In order to speak well, every language, be it Thai, Japanese, Chinese, or Burmese, or Hindi, English, French, in order to speak well, structures must come out automatically. That's the key point. Okay, now, look. This I'll be a good speaker. The future tense is done. Okay, this is be verb. Then you can also go to the next part. I will stop. Okay, I'll show you the next one. Yes. Yeah, have a look at this one. I have a laptop. I don't have a laptop. Do I have a laptop? Don't I have a laptop? We have a laptop. We don't have a laptop. Do we have a laptop? Don't we have a laptop? You have a laptop. You don't have a laptop. Anything you can write here. I have a dog. I don't have a dog. Do I have a dog? Don't I have a dog? This way you can practice. Now, please note here, he has a laptop. He doesn't have a laptop. Have you noticed this? You know, but your brain does not produce spontaneously. That's an important point. Your brain must be able to produce this automatically. He doesn't have a laptop. Does he have a laptop? Doesn't he have a laptop? Look, it has two puppies. It doesn't have 4 engines. This way, it doesn't have. It has, but it doesn't have. You need to train your brain and your mouth. Look, now, once you know that, you get the structure, you can practice here. I have a lot of friends. I don't have many friends. Hey, a lot of becomes many again. In the negative sentence, it becomes many. Do I have many friends? Don't I have many friends? We have a lot of friends. We don't have many friends. Do we have many friends? Don't we have? He has. Come down here. He has a lot of friends. He doesn't have many friends. Does he have? Okay, many friends. Doesn't he have many friends? It goes that way. Now, the same thing can also be spoken in the UK way. In the UK, they don't say, I have a mobile phone. I don't have a mobile phone. They say this way, I've got a mobile phone. Hey, did you know in the UK, in British English, the same thing is spoken differently. Okay, I'll say I talk about a book. Yes, let me talk about this book. Oh, maybe I'll talk about my glasses. I like my glasses. Okay, of course, I like my book too. So, I have these glasses, but in the negative, I don't have any glasses. But in the UK, they don't say that way. They say, I haven't got any glasses. Haven't got. I haven't got any friends. In the UK and the USA, they don't speak the same way. So there is something called British English and something. But you can use either of these two, but you need to be able to understand both. You can choose to use one of these structures, of course, but you should be able to understand when people from different countries speak, because some countries use this way. I have, I don't have, do I have, don't I have. But some people say, I've got, I haven't got, have I got, haven't I got. I've got a calculator. I haven't got a calculator. Have I got a calculator? Haven't I got a calculator? So these rules, you know, are important. Okay. And look at this. I've got long hair. The negative becomes, come on, try please, try. What will you put here? Come on, try. You try on your own.
I haven't got long hair.
Perfect. I haven't got long hair. Have I got long hair? Haven't I got long hair? We've got long hair. We haven't got long hair. Have we got long hair? Haven't we got long hair? That's great. But this one, you try this one, please. I have a lot of friends becomes I.
I haven't.
No.
I don't
have many friends. Yeah, that's important. I have a lot of friends becomes I don't have many friends. But this one, I've got long hair becomes I haven't got long hair. Totally changed. So these things, first you need to know, and then you need to train your brain. Okay, look, I had this laptop for a long time. Okay, something that you have now, something for a long time, you can talk about this phone. I've had this phone for about 5 years. I have had this phone. Don't say I have this phone, unlike some people do. Some people, those who don't speak well, they say, I have this phone for 5 years. No, don't say that. I have had this phone for 5 years. I have had this phone for 5 years. Have had. Also, you can talk about a pet, a dog or a cat. Yeah, you can say, I have had a dog for 2 years. I have had. Don't say I have, unlike some people do. Okay, so also let me talk about something. How long have you had this pen? Look, this is a special pen, right? So how long have you had this pen? Don't say how long do you have this pen, which is not acceptable. Say how long have you had this pen? So you need to learn, and also you need to train your brain and your mouth to speak spontaneously. That's possible. Look. Past tense, I had my phone at the conference. I didn't have my phone. And the same way, I had a dog when I was a child. I didn't have a dog. Don't say I hadn't. Some people mistakenly do. I had, they make it I hadn't, which is wrong. I didn't have, okay? Now look, I'll have a new laptop. I'll have an IELTS certificate. In this way, it goes on. So we haven't got enough time to look. We haven't got enough time. I use both the structures. Sometimes I say we haven't got, and also I say we don't have. Either way, it's okay. Now, going to the action verbs here. Action verbs. Have a look at this one. Look, I go to school at 8. I don't go to school at 8. Do I go to school at 8? Don't I go to school at 8? It goes this way. Look. I go to work at 8 o'clock. At 8 and 8 o'clock, no problem. You can just program your brain to speak any of these two ways. I go to work at 8. I don't go to work at 8. Do I go to work at 8? Don't I go? He goes. Now, come down here. He goes to work at 8. He doesn't go to work. He doesn't go. Not goes. He doesn't go to work at 8. Does he go to work at 8? This way it goes. I'm going home now. Look, I'm going to work now. I'm not going to work now. Am I going to work now? Yeah, this one. Hello, somebody put the sentence here, please. Here. Somebody do it. Come on, everybody try. Everybody try. What will you write here? What will you practice? I'm going to work now.
Am I not going to work now?
Then this. Here, the last one. The last
one. Am I not going to work now?
No, aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? Yeah, am and not join. Am and not join, that becomes aren't. Yeah, aren't. I hope you can see me. I don't know. I can't see myself because I'm sharing the screen. All right. Now, Look, I've been to many countries. I haven't been to many countries, but he has been to many. So you can say he has gone. Did you know I have gone is not possible? You cannot say I have gone to Sydney. I've gone to Sydney or I've gone to Tokyo. Not possible. You have to say I've been to Tokyo. So there are some people mistakenly say I have gone to Tokyo. No, not possible. You have to say I have been to Tokyo because you are back here. But if you are in Tokyo, you can say I have come to Tokyo. But I have gone is logically impossible. Okay? Linguistically, semantically, impossible. Okay? I have gone. And we have gone, not possible. You can say he has gone to Tokyo. He has gone to Tokyo means he is in Tokyo now. He is in Tokyo now. But if you say he has been to Tokyo means he went to Tokyo and he has come back. There are all these thousands of things that we need in order to, before we practice, if we get them right, that's easy. Okay, but we can do learning and practicing at the same time. But if we learn them, all these rules, and then practice, that's much stronger. Okay. Now, I have gone and we have gone is impossible. Come on. You cannot say, I have gone to the park. No, no. I have gone to that park. Not possible. We have gone to that park. No. We have been to that park. We have been to that park. Because you are here, not in the park at the moment. But you can say they have gone to the park. That means they are still in the park. They have gone to the park. Possible. So if maybe something confusing, feel free to call me. I will tell you more about this. It's interesting. Maybe some of you are able to understand what I'm talking about. Some of you may not be able to, but it's okay. I've been to Paris many times. So I haven't been to Paris many times. Have I been to Paris many times? Haven't I been Paris too many times? Haven't I been to Paris many times? Now look, I've been learning English for 3 months. I haven't been, look, this is present perfect continuous tense. And once you get the structure, you can practice this one. I'm going to Thailand. I have been going to Thailand on holiday every year since 2015. Okay, this way you can just practice. You can have your own sentence. Look, I went to work yesterday. I didn't go to work. I went to England in 2019. You can say, I didn't go to England in 2019. Did I go to England? Now, please note, I went and he also went. It does not change, unlike present tense. I go, he goes. So these are the things that you need to practice time and again until they become spontaneous. I have these tense charts. Not only these, I have many more. I'll give you all. Those who want to learn English well, I mean, any second language, well, I can give you these things. Okay, now, second language, you can use the method, but not the tense chart, of course. Okay, the method is almost the same for learning every language. Okay, now I will, please stop recording. I will share something else, sir, for a short time. Stop recording for a short time, please.
Recording stopped.
Okay, you need to, yeah, this one, look. Look at these shoes. They were dirty and now they're clean. He has cleaned his shoes. Repeat, he has cleaned his shoes.
Yes,
You can try this one. Look. She has, come on, try please. She has closed the door. She has closed the door. She has closed the door. Now have a look at this one. Just before and now, just see what's happening. They have gone to bed. They have gone to bed. If one person, then he has gone to bed or she has gone to bed. But they have gone to bed. You know, the moment you say he has must come out automatically. The moment you say she has must come out automatically. The moment you say they have must come out automatically. They have. This practice is very effective Look, it has stopped raining. Come on, try. It has stopped raining. After stop, always use ing. I mean, the gerund form, don't say it has stopped to rain. No, no. It has stopped raining. Next one. Come on, try this one, please. Yes, try, please. Everybody try on your own, please. Try in your notebook. Downa, don't speak now. Let them try. Let everybody try. You try on your own and do it in a notebook. Let's see how everybody does. All right. If you are done, I'd like to show it to you. He has had a shower. How many of you did well? He has had a shower. Maybe you did it well. Okay. If you can write, that's good. But if you can speak spontaneously, that means your brain has been programmed. Okay. Only knowledge does not help. Knowledge, also programming the brain and the mouth, also important. Okay, now look at this. He has had a shower. Now let's look at this one. Come on. Try this one, please. Try this one. It's interesting. You'll find it interesting. Maybe some of you find it boring, but this method works. I tried. It worked on me. It worked for me. I didn't know anything. Okay, the picture has fallen down. The picture has fallen down. The moment you say singular, one has fallen down. The moment you say two people have, one person, one thing has. Now do this one, please. And now using just, and come on quickly. They have just arrived. Yes, come on, do it. Use just, please. Use just here.
He had just arrived.
Alive? No, he had just got up.
He had just got, yes, got
He
up.
had just got up. He had just got up. He was
He
sleeping.
just got
He had
up.
just got up. Yes. Now try this one, please. They
have new car.
They have just bought a new car. They have just bought a new car. They have just bought a new car. Okay? The race had just started. You know, you need to be able to speak very, very fluent without thinking. Look at me, how I do. Okay? Look, she hasn't gone out yet. The bus had just left. The train hasn't left yet. He hasn't opened it yet. They have just finished their dinner. It had just stopped raining. Look, she has had many different jobs. Mary is 65 years old. She has had an interesting life. What has she done? Let's have a look. She has had many different jobs. She has done a lot of interesting things. She has traveled all over the world. She has been married 5 times. She has written 10 books. She has met a lot of interesting people. This way, okay? Without thinking. Quick. The moment you say she has been married 5 times, the moment you say 5 times, automatically must come. 5 times, 1 time, type 5 times. Look, this. Okay, I'll show you another one. Look, Andrew is playing tennis on Friday. Richard is going to the cinema on Friday. Okay, going to the cinema. The moment you said cinema, the must come out. The. Going to the cinema on Friday. On Friday. Rachel is meeting Dave on Friday. Rachel is meeting Dave on Friday. What's her name? We don't know. Okay, you can say she. She is having lunch with Will on Friday. She is having lunch with Will on Friday. They're having a party. They're having a party on Friday. They are having a party. The moment you say she is, they are, you have to train your brain. That's the secret. That's the secret. I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to have a bath. She's going to buy a new car. We are going to play football. It's going to rain. The shelf is going to fall. The car is going to turn right. He's going to kick the ball. Yesterday, she was in Paris. Tomorrow, she will be in Amsterdam. Last week, she was in Barcelona. Next week, she will be in London. At the moment, she is in Brussels. 3 days ago, she was in Munich. At the end of her trip, she will be very tired. Look, being able to use was, am, is, will be, etc. spontaneously. Okay, I will show you another one. Just see how you can use a and be the articles. Look, come on, she's a dentist. He's a shop assistant, right? She's an architect. He's a taxi driver. A taxi driver and architect. The moment you say architect, and must pop out of your mouth. The moment you say taxi driver, must come out of your mouth. A taxi driver and architect. He is an electrician. She is a photographer. She is a nurse. And I am, come on, what are you? Come on, talk about you, Dauna. I am.
I'm a student.
I'm a student. All right, good. Okay. Now, look, there are a lot of sheep in the field. Sheep, also plural sheep. It doesn't change. One goat, two goats, but one sheep, also many sheep. You have to train your brain. You don't use an S. Mistakenly, you shouldn't use an S here. Now, Gary is cleaning his teeth. One tooth, many teeth. There are 3 people at the bus stop. 3 people, 1 person, 1 man, 1 woman, but 3 people. Don't say 3 men's or 3 women's, okay? Or 3 persons, no, 3 people. Lucy has 2 children, 2 children, yes. Lucy has 2 children. 1 child, 2 children. There are a lot of fish in the river. Fish, also plural fish. It doesn't change, okay? 1 fish, many also fish. No plural. Okay, 1 fish, 2 fish, 10 fish. Somebody's in a noisy place. Who is it? The leaves are falling from the tree. Oh my God. It's noisy. I can hear an echo. Somebody's place is noisy. Yeah, thank you. No, who is it?
I think some technical snaps.
Okay.
Because it's an echo at your end.
Echo. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is echo at my end. Is it? Am I audible to you? Am I audible?
It's not okay yet because now to echo, maybe something happened wrong.
Okay.
But please, you can carry on.
Okay. I'm using a router, high profile router internet, high level internet, but I don't know. Okay. Now, look, the leaves are falling from the tree. Leaves. Okay, the moment you say one leaf, many leaves, just I'll show you.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
There is one people turn on microphone here. I'm not sure it's him or not.
Who is it?
There is one people turn on the microphone here.
Okay.
You teach Chai. Can you turn off your microphone? You teach Chai.
It's because of him the echo was coming, right?
Yeah.
The echo was from there. Echo. I'm gonna say echo. Don't. Some people mistakenly say echo, but echo. Just try saying echo. Echo. Echo. Echo. Echo. Echo. All right. It's all right now, I think. Where has it gone? Okay, just a minute. Let me find it.
It's okay now, sir.
Yes.
And also today we have vulnerables who like our great teachers from many different faculties, such as Assistant Professor Dr. NGUYİN.
Okay.
Because I have seen his IDs here and another many of them. So respect to them. So, but you have remain for 30 minutes before we gonna get a Q&A. Please carry on, sir. Thank you. Now our member is 90.
Okay, 90, 90?
90, sir.
All right, good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's good. Good strength. Okay. When there are a lot of people, I get motivated. But there are very few people, motivation is down. Okay, now I'd like to show you something, how you need to do. Look, this is something I have prepared based on Cambridge University framework. She's thirsty. Now they are cold. The moment you say they are cold. Look at the picture. They are cold. He is hot. And come on, choose this one. What? Come on.
He's scared.
He is scared.
He's afraid of.
Yes, yes. He is scared. Also, you can say he's afraid. Yes, he's afraid also possible. Choose this one.
They are hungry.
They're hungry. Good. They're hungry. This one.
He is shouting.
She's angry.
Yeah, she's angry. Good, good. Perfect. She's eating an apple. Repeat. She's eating an apple.
He's eating an apple.
Do it.
He is waiting for a bus.
He's waiting for a bus. Good.
They are playing football. Lying on the floor.
How do you spell? How do you spell lie? Come on, try please. How do you spell lie? Lying.
Lying. Lying.
Lying. Good. The rule changes. Yeah. Normally, lie has this one, but whenever you have to use lying, it changes. So these things are very important. Like just like die. But dying, how do you spell dying?
D-Y-I-N-G.
D-Y-I-N-G.
Yeah, the rule changes, right? Just lie and liar. Okay, just recently, somebody, a highly educated person wrote liar this way. Okay, also it happens, but doesn't matter. Everybody makes mistakes. Look, why? Because lie is L-I-E, lie, right? But if you have to talk about liar, you cannot write this way. It changes what? L-A-I-R. This one.
Lane.
Yeah. It becomes liar this way. This is not okay. Strange, right? The English language is strange. There are many, many things that just don't follow the normal pattern. Hey, somebody's in a noisy place. Please. Yeah, mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. Who is it? Come on, Donna. You tell them, please. Tell them, please. Who was it?
I have checked now. Nara Rat Sang Ngun. Maybe Sang Kun Sap. Please, could you mute yourself?
Thank you. Now, look. Okay, he's lying on the floor. Now, come on, try, please.
They are having breakfast.
They're having breakfast. No a breakfast, okay? They're having breakfast. Don't say they are having breakfast. Good. Now, come on, do it.
She's going to lie on the table.
Okay, yeah, she's sitting on the table. She's sitting on the table, okay? The next one, I'll just show you this one. Look at this. It's salt. It's salt. It's a spoon. Now, you try this one, please.
It's jar.
No, it's a jar. It's a jar.
Cutter.
Countable singular noun, you must use a. You must use it's a jar. Look, you understand? Is important. It's must. In order to speak well, these things you have to train your brain. But now, next one. Now, you try this one, please.
Waterfall.
No.
What?
It's
Flow. From.
it's water. It's water. Look, you don't need a. Why? Why you don't need a? A. Why? Yes, it's uncountable. Yeah, nice. Now look at this.
This is toothpaste. It is toothpaste.
Is it a toothpaste or no? Only toothpaste.
No, and because this is uncountable now.
Yes, it's toothpaste. And let's have a look at this one.
It is a toothbrush.
A toothbrush. Do you need a? Why do you need it? Why do you need it? You don't need anything here, but you need a. That's why the English language is tricky sometimes. Tricky. So what I want to show you that you need to learn these rules and practice until they become spontaneous. Look, now come on, try this.
It is ice.
No, egg.
An egg. It is
An egg, yes. Now you need an egg. An egg. This is an egg. Okay, an egg. Now money. Come on, try this.
It is money.
Money or only money? What?
It is money.
Only money. Yeah, it's money. You don't need a money. No. Come on, wallet.
It is a wallet.
It's a wallet.
It's a wallet.
Yes. Why do we need a?
Because
Yes.
of only one wallet.
Yes. Now, you know, but does your brain know? Can you speak spontaneously when you speak? Does this a come automatically, or do you have to think? That's the question. That's the point. Look here. Money, you don't need a, but here you need a. That's the point. So now look, sand. Sand, please. Come on.
It is sand. It is salt.
It's Sand.
Sand.
You don't need a, right? Okay, look, here's a long one. Now, also, look, a carton of milk. But, come on, what's this?
A piece of wood.
Yeah, a piece of wood. Yes. What about this one?
A glass of water. It is a glass of water.
A glass of water. Good, a glass of water. What about this one?
A bar of
A piece of chocolate.
Yes, a bar of chocolate. Good. What about this one?
A cup of tea.
A cup of tea.
Yes. Good. Everybody's doing well. Come on.
Piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
A piece of paper. Good. A piece of paper. That's great. What about this?
It is a piece of bowl of soap.
A bowl of soup.
A bowl of soap.
A bowl of soup.
Yeah, this one here. A bowl of soup. Nice. What about this one?
A loaf of bread.
A loaf of bread. And this one?
A jar of honey.
Yes, yes, a jar of honey. Good. Yes. Now, listen to me, all right? Look, some perfume, a hat, some shoes, some flowers, some newspapers, and a pen. Look, some flowers, some newspapers, and a pen. Some bananas, some bread, some grapes. Yeah, is it all? Anything else? Okay, anyway, when you say some, always say bananas, but some bread. Bread, no S. Banana always requires S. Some bananas, some bread, a comb, some toothpaste, and some soap. A comb, some toothpaste, some soap. Because these are uncountable nouns, but comb is a countable noun. Would you like some cheese? Would you like some coffee? Would you like some biscuits? You need an S.
Yes. Would you like
Yeah,
some
but here
biscuits?
you don't need an S. You don't need an S here, no S. But here you need an S. This is how you have to program your brain. The moment you say after some countable noun, automatically S must come. Look, some slices of bread, some slices of bread. Would you like some bread, or would you like some slices of bread? Or would you like some cake, or would you like some pieces of cake or some slices of cake? Okay, that means after some, countable noun always comes plural and uncountable always comes singular. You have to train your brain. That's the secret. Would you like some chocolate? But also it can be said chocolates. Why? Because chocolate is both countable and uncountable. Would you like some cake? Would you like some cake? Now, the most important part is coming here. Just have a little patience. Look, can you open the door, please? Now, you try, please. You try this one.
How far is this to the airport?
Yeah, the airport. Airport always requires the. Airport, always the airport. Yeah, nice. How far is it to the airport? Perfect. You have to train your brain. The moment you say, before you say airport, the must pop out of your mouth. Just it must come out of your mouth forcefully, automatically. This method is called, what's this method called? This is called, hello, Linguistic Automaticity System Programming. Okay, LASP. Okay, you can, if you want to write, Linguistic Automaticity System. This is what I did. I followed, and this is how I learned, and it works. And I'm teaching a lot of people, and it works. Miracle. People become fluent very quickly. Within a short time, they become fluent. They become good speakers. Linguistic Automaticity System Programming. You can write in short, LASP. This is one of the methods that I have many other things. This is just some of the things I'm showing. Okay, now look. Do this one, please.
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Good. Good. Do this one, please. Yes, go ahead.
Picture.
That's
That
a
is
nice
a
picture.
nice picture. I like it.
That's a nice picture. I like it. That's a nice picture. I like it. Can you pass me? Come on. Can you pass me this one?
Dictionary.
Come on, try everybody.
Can you pass me a dictionary, please?
No. You need the, because it's a particular one. It's a special one, that one. The dictionary, okay? You need, can you pass me the dictionary, please? The. You need the, not a. You understand why? Because we are talking about, he's talking about that one. He's pointing to the dictionary. So, can you pass me the dictionary, please?
Can we put this?
Ah, yes, this. That. You can say that, yes.
That, okay.
Yes, you can say that. Can you pass that? Can you pass me that dictionary, please? Yeah, possible. Now, yes.
Why are you sitting on the floor?
Yes, floor always requires the. Yes. Floor and ceiling always the. Yes, nice. Why are you sitting on the floor? Good. Look, the sun is shining. The sun is shining. What? She is?
The guitar.
She's playing the guitar. The guitar. Always say the. Musical instruments, always you need the. Okay? She's playing the guitar.
The guitar.
The. All musical instruments. All musical instruments, you need the. This is very effective, this method. Now, come on. They are having
breakfast.
Yes, you don't need the. Good. Breakfast, you don't need the. And here?
He's watching TV.
Yes, he's watching TV. Yes. You don't need the, but before you radio, you need the. Listening to the radio, watching TV. Okay, they are swimming.
On the sea.
Now, in the sea.
In the sea.
They are swimming in the sea. Always use the before seas and oceans. Okay. Look, he is in bed. They are, come
on. Watch movie.
They are at the cinema. They are at the cinema. They are at the cinema, or they are at the movies. Okay? But if you say movies, you need plural. But if you say cinema, you don't need plural. Okay? I am at the cinema. I am at the movies. At the cinema, but at the movies. At the movies. Look at this. This is a strange aspect of the English language. Look. What can you see? At the cinema, but at the movies, you need an S. This is the way it is.
Why did that?
This is the way it is. It does not have an answer. Of course, I can tell you an answer, but it takes time. Okay, I will tell you on later. Contact me. This is short. I have many more things to cover. Okay, so I am at the movies. I am at the cinema. You have to train your brain. The moment you say movie, automatically S must come out. Okay, that's called. What's this method called? Hello, what is this method called? Come on.
Linguistic.
Yes, automaticity. Automaticity. I dropped the flowers. I dropped the flowers. I knocked over the flowers. I knocked over the flowers. What happened? I knocked over. Knocked over. The glass is here on the table. If I'm careless, Just I'll show you this one. Knock over. Not intentionally, okay? I knocked over the glass. I knocked over the glass. Okay, knocked over. So this way, the moment you say knock, automatically over must come out. Over. Knocked over the glass. The glass. Okay, nice. It's very interesting. Okay, this method is interesting. Okay, now I'll show you some more. Okay, now look at this. Have a look at this picture intently. Have a close look, please. Have a close look. See it. See the picture properly. Have a close look. In the meantime, let me bend down and pick up the flowers. Have a close look at the pictures. I mean, yes, that's Jane. Okay, there are sentences there. You can also try those sentences. Okay, look, she isn't having dinner. She is watching TV. She is sitting on the floor. She isn't reading a book. She isn't playing the piano. She is laughing. She is wearing a hat. She's wearing a hat. She isn't drinking coffee. She isn't drinking coffee. This way, you need to practice, and so that you can speak. Okay, I'll show you the next one, the last, because we don't have enough time. Okay, now look at this one. Very interesting. This, look. Ben and Sophie like classical music. Kate doesn't like classical music. I like classical music. Ben and Sophie don't like boxing. Kate likes boxing. I don't like boxing. Ben and Sophie like horror movies. Kate doesn't like horror movies. I don't like horror movies. Can you talk about yourself? Come on, try. It's interesting. This is how you train your brain. Okay, you can try later. I will give you the thing. We don't have much time. Now look. Finally, this one. This is another one. Let me close, please. Yes, they are at the cinema. She is, come on, she is.
She in the bed.
Hospital.
She is in hospital. Don't use the. No the. She is in hospital. No
She is
the.
in hospital.
She is in hospital. Here again you need the. She is at the airport.
The airport.
Yes.
At the airport.
Home. Home. Do you need home? The or not?
In the living room.
They are, at home. Just said they're at home. Okay, now he is, come on.
He's in the jail.
Not the jail. No the. He is in jail. No the. He is in jail. They are at home. But she is at the airport. You need the here. Okay? But here you don't need the. No the. Here no the. He is in jail. Look, also, Cairo is the capital of Egypt. The Atlantic is between Africa and America. You try this one, please. Yes, come on. Sweden is a country in Northern Europe. Okay? You don't need, even if you say the, Jamaica, you don't need the. Jamaica or Sweden, you don't need the. And here is a river in South America. Which one?
Amazon.
The Amazon. The Amazon is a river in South America. The, always use the. Before names of rivers, always use the. You understand? All names of rivers, you need the. Yes, the Amazon is a river in South America. Now, try this one, please. Which one?
Asia.
Asia? What?
Asia. Yeah.
The or not? Shall I use the?
No.
Not the.
Nah, good. Asia is the largest continent in the world. Okay, now, next one.
Pacific.
The Pacific is the larger ocean.
No, the Pacific. Always use the. Before. Yes. Always use the. The is important. All names of oceans, you need the. The Pacific is the largest ocean. You understand? All names of oceans and seas and rivers, you need the. Okay, now. River. Come on, try.
Right. Nine.
Kenya.
Two.
Fine, anyway. The or not? Come on. Shall we? Do we need the?
Kenya.
Yeah.
No. The Rhine. The Rhine is a river. It's a river. Kenya is not a river. Kenya is a country. It's a river. The Rhine is a river. Whatever. Even if you write Kenya, before Kenya, you cannot write the. No the. Name of a country, no the. Before name of a river, always the. You understand? Yeah, come on. This one, please. Kenya. Yeah, try Kenya here.
Kenya.
Kenya.
What? The Kenya or only Kenya? Come on, which one? The
Only Kenya. Only Kenya.
Yes, good, good. Okay, now.
The United States
Yes, come on.
is between Canada and Mexico.
What? Again, please.
United States.
The United States. Yeah, good. The United States. Always use the United States between Canada and Mexico. Always use the before United States and the UK, United Kingdom. Okay. Now this one, please. And this.
It is.
And then yes.
Which one?
It is.
Indies.
Yeah, the Andes. The Andes are mountains. Always use the.
Mountain.
The Andes are mountains. Yes. Mountains, always use mountains. Name range of mountains, always use the range of mountains. You need the. But if one mountain, you don't need the. One mountain, single mountain, no the. Hey, tricky. This is the way it is. You can't change this rule. Okay, come on. Which one?
Bangkok.
Bangkok or only Bangkok? Come on, tell which one.
Bangkok is the capital of Thailand.
Bangkok. Only Bangkok.
Yes, good, good. Now, which one? Alps. Alps. What do you say? The Alps or only Alps?
The Alps.
Yes, the Alps. Why? Because mountains, range of mountains, always use the.
Mountains.
Okay, now. Do this one, please. Come on.
Kenya. The Kenya.
Okay, all right, good. Kenya. Okay. So don't worry about geography, but if you use Kenya, you cannot use the. If you use this one, always use the. Why? Why? Because name of a sea, always use the, but here you don't need the. Okay, so the Red Sea is between Saudi Arabia and Africa. All right. Also, even if you say Kenya, Kenya is, but don't say the. This is important. Being able to use the before names of seas and don't use the before names of countries. Okay, now next one, please. Jamaica. Come on.
Jamaica.
What? Does Jamaica or no?
Jamaica. Jamaica.
The or not? Shall I use the or not?
Jamaica. Okay. No,
No, the. Yes. Jamaica is an island in Caribbean. Listen, when it's a range of group of islands, you need the. One island, you don't need the. Hello, note down. One mountain, no the. Range of mountains, the. One island, no the. Range, group of mountains, group of islands like the Philippines, okay? The Andaman and Nicobars, always the. This is important, okay? Yes, come on. Now, Bahamas, come on, do it. Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Yes.
Bahamas.
Why do you use the? Why?
Because there are many islands.
Yes, because group of islands, many islands, right? The Bahamas are a group of islands near Florida. Yes, nice. Now, let's see if your brain can do that without thinking. Okay, this I'll show you the last one. I'm going up, going. I have arrived. Now I'm going to share. Have a look at this one, okay? Cairo is the capital of Egypt. The Atlantic is between Africa and America.
Recording in progress.
Look, Sweden is a country in Northern Europe. Okay, now the Amazon is a river in South America. Why? Because of Amazon River. Okay, now this one. Asia is the largest continent in the world. The Pacific is the largest ocean. Look, continent, no the. Ocean, the. Right, you understand? You have to train your brain. Now, look at this one. The Rhine is a river in Europe. The Rhine. The Pacific is Kenya is a country in East Africa. Kenya is a country. But if you say Pacific, always say the Pacific. But Kenya, no the. But it should be Kenya is a country, no the. Next one. Come on, try this one. The United States is between the United States. Always say the United States. Why? Because it's a group of 50 countries, independent. They have their own constitution. Okay, you know this. Okay, also the UK. Always say the UK. Why? Because a group of 4 countries: England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. 4 countries. Wales, the UK, United Kingdom, and the United States. Always you should use the. Okay, now next one. The Andes are mountains in South America. Okay, Bangkok is the capital of Thailand. The Alps are mountains in Central Europe. The Red Sea is between Saudi Arabia and Africa. Jamaica is an island in the Caribbean. The Bahamas are a group of islands near Florida. So this way, that's called, you have to train your brain without thinking. I have many more to cover, but I think the time is almost up. I don't know. Do you have more time, Dr. Hardnolly?
So your time is almost over, but after this, we will have Q&A.
All right, all right.
So many is our audiences, they'd like to ask you many questions. So
I will try to
be
answer.
patient with us and then kindly respond us, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So I will convey this opportunity to the moderator to lead more the class.
Thank you,
Ajahn.
Hello everyone. If anybody have any question, you can ask with Ajahn Ram Kumar. Freely ask. Yeah.
Yeah, teacher. I would like to ask some questions. Yeah, teacher. Good afternoon, teacher. Yes, somebody say like some or like someone or some teacher said we have to keep practicing listening. Like someone said, even though we don't understand, do we need to keep practicing like listening? They said. So it's true or not?
Can somebody help me understand her, please? Can somebody help me a little? I think I understood something, not clearly.
Now, can you please?
Or you can write in a chat box. The question you can write in a chat box. It's better, yeah.
Yeah, internet is.
All right, next one. Anybody?
Okay, can you hear, teacher?
Yes, I can hear you. Speak slowly, please.
Like someone said, someone suggests we need to listen if we want to like speaking correctly. So someone said, even though we don't understand, do we need to keep practice listening?
Very good point. We talked about that. That's called comprehensible listening input. Yes, listening is essential. Listening is vital, but not just something that you don't understand, something that's called comprehensible listening input. I wrote it. I gave you some time ago. I think you were present there. Comprehensible listening input means you should listen to some content, something that you understand, 70%, 60% you understand, and something that you don't understand, something a little challenging. So listening is important, okay? But something you don't understand does not motivate you. You will quit listening. I know. If you listen to something that you don't understand, your brain will not accept it. So comprehensible listening input is important. Comprehensible, write down this very, very good question. Listening input. It means it should be comprehensible, understandable. At the same time, it also must take some input inside. Comprehensible listening input. That means listening is vital, it's essential, but not something that you understand nothing about. Something your level should be 70, 80% you understand, and something new things coming into your brain. And then your brain finds it challenging and your brain likes it. You understand? It's very nice. You got did you get the answer, madam? Did you get the answer? Yes? You understand? No?
Yeah.
Good. So listening is important, but not if somebody says, even if you don't understand, listen to it. No. Even if you don't understand, listen to it. You need to be able to understand something, and you need to be, your brain must also find it a little challenging. There should be that balance. Okay, let's, people shouting outside. Okay, next one, please. Does anybody have any questions? Any more questions?
May I request everybody, can you turn on the camera, please? So we'd like to see your face
Yes.
and your moment. So maybe you can share any experiences and any ideas, share with researchers and teacher Ram Kumar Solmankakis. He has an expert to inspire and leads the class. And also he done his certificate from Cambridge University. So now it's best chance for us.
Somebody writing a question, I think.
Next question.
So here also we have most venerable Professor Dr. Prajan Vichian. Can you please share an experience to us here? You're most venerable.
Yes. Okay,
Thank
please.
you for coming here and join us today.
Okay. To make me simple, make me normal, please. I mean, not spotlight. Please unspotlight me. Please unspotlight me. Unspotlight. I mean, make me normal. Look at with others. Don't make me.
Okay, yes, English very good for everyone to learn from Ram Kuman like this. Okay, this because of some thing is specific and also in the normal. And after that, okay, we can use in the daily life, and some things we didn't know some aspect because look like a name of the country and something in the special of the proper name, right? That's okay. I try to understand and catch the Indian style. Okay, and when we speak, sometimes we familiar because Ajahn Deep Singh also is there in India, also a long time, and the student and ons everybody who coming joy to learn in English also sometimes they understand sometimes something can't create the question to us, but I think very good for us. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. That means, is it when I spoke, some of you didn't understand me? Did I speak very fast? Downa, you tell me, please.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Not fast and not very slow. And we have one question in the chat box. It's very good question. How to motivate the students learning English? Can you answer this one?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, this is it has a long answer, but in short, this is a very, very good question. Okay, I like this question very much. Motivation. Okay, the most important thing is you need to have your goal. Why are you learning? That becomes your motivation. Set your goal in 2022, but don't set your goal so quickly. Okay, give yourself enough time, at least 6 months, 1 year, 2 years time. Okay, don't set your goal so quickly. Okay, set your goal, and your goal will motivate you. Set your goal. This is the best motivation. Come on, how to spotlight me, please? Am I being spotlighted?
Clear, John. Clear.
Come on, spotlight me, please. Come on. Can you spotlight me? Am I being spotlighted? Yes.
I did it, sir. I did it, sir. Please carry on.
Also, you muted me. You muted me too. Okay, I was muted. Okay. Set your goal. This is the best motivation, and I will now share some motivational quotes. Okay, it's a very good question, but only due to lack of time, I could not cover many of the things. Okay, I'm going to share. Look, why are you learning global English is more important than how fast you want to learn it. Many people are going nowhere very fast. You understand? Your goal, why are you learning? Your goal is very, very important. That will motivate you. Okay? Next one. Successful speakers always put in extra effort even when it hurts. As they say, winners don't quit and quitters never win. Okay? So you need to understand that those people who succeed in speaking, they succeed in spite of problems. Even when it's not comfortable, they should keep on learning and learning until they become competent. So that means winners never quit. We must not quit. Don't stop learning. And let's look at this one. The English language is not complex. People's attitude is. When we make our attitude simple, learning and acquiring English will become much easier. Mastering a second language requires motivation, and motivation is like fire. If you stop adding fuel to it, it dies out. So in short, you need to have your goal in front of you. Your goal will motivate you. And two, and when you do this comprehensible input, comprehensible listening and reading input, CLI and CRI, comprehensible listening input and comprehensible reading input, automatically your brain finds it challenging and you get extra motivation. This is but if your brain finds no challenging, you don't get motivation. And if your brain thinks something very advanced, you don't understand, no motivation. So it should be understandable and challenging. That way you get extra motivation. But the actual motivation comes from your goal. Actual motivation comes from your goal. Without a goal, no motivation. There must be a need. There must be a need. Do you have a need of the English language? Do you have a need? Yes, Wirani Potipong. I'd like to ask you, do you have a need or just do you want to learn it casually? Casual, or do you actually have a need? Come on. You tell me, please. Oh, okay, she says, he or she, I don't know, got the answer. Thank you very much. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, thank you. Next one, please. Next one, please.
Some of you like to ask more questions, please. Don't keep in dead air.
You can write in the chat box.
So now the times for Q&A. Please, Rajas.
Yes, if you cannot speak, you can just write in a chat box. It's okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Ramkumar Somankalaki, can I ask you one more question?
Yes, please.
So
go ahead.
If I am now,
yes.
So I'd like to be liked on the stage, the same of you. How could I do to improve myself?
Oh, okay. You first of all, there are two things. Before you practice, get the knowledge clear. So we have a method called CLP, corrective learning process. Corrective learning process. I didn't tell you much about that because it's not possible to cover the whole thing in just one day. I wish to have more of these seminars if possible. Okay, so CLP stands for corrective learning process. Corrective learning process. First of all, we have some special questions. With the help of those questions, you can get your knowledge clear. And after that, you can practice LASP and automatically these two things and supported by shadowing and reading, you will become an expert. The first important thing is CLP, corrective learning process. This is important. But CLI, What? Comprehensible listening input is also important. CRI, comprehensible reading input, is important. So don't just depend on one method. Use about 8 or 10 methods. Come on, listen, very, very important. Some teachers say, no, use only my method. No. I am the inventor of this method. I am the inventor of this method, but I still say I also have borrowed some methods from Stephen Krashen and also Noam Chomsky. Do you know Noam Chomsky? Hello. How many of you know Noam Chomsky? Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky. KY. Noam Chomsky. KY. Okay. Noam Chomsky. Okay. So, yes.
Philosopher, Noam Chomsky.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Philosopher, and also is a linguist. Okay. Researcher, linguist, Noam Chomsky. So this method is mine, but I don't say only follow one method. Okay. Follow different methods. Several, at least 5 or 10 methods. At most 10, at least 5. Don't depend on one. Don't depend on one. Hello. Is it true? Do you like me? Yeah. Do you like what I'm saying? Yes, no. Don't depend on one method. I could say only do what my method. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying use only one method. Use multiple methods. That's what I did. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you got the answer? Yeah, Dr. Harnoli, you need CLP and comprehensible reading input, comprehensible listening input. And after that, you need LASP, Linguistic Automaticity System Programming. It's possible. You can become an expert. You are an expert. I know. You are an expert. Okay, now, how to be good at using English idioms, phrasal verbs. Yes. That's, there's one more. At the end, we will let you check your name for the certificate. Please stay with us. All right. Okay, now there's a question from Wirane Otipong. Okay, how to be good at using phrasal verbs, right? Before that, you know, phrasal verbs and idioms are at C1 and C2 level that I told you. And you may also find something at B2 level, B2. Phrasal verbs and idioms start at B2, not before that, C1 and C2. But before you start these things, make sure that you have totally achieved a command at B1, A2, and A1. Don't go advanced at first. Some people do that. They start studying phrasal verbs and idioms and advanced structures. That does not work. Go from the bottom up. Don't come top down. Okay? So you take your test, and once you take your test, you understand where you stand. If your level is this, you can start phrasal verbs. And I have a good method how to remember phrasal verbs. Okay, we have that, but that requires, we need to know that you have a command of at this level. Okay, don't jump. Don't jump, because phrasal verbs and idioms are fairly advanced. Fairly advanced. Okay, yeah. Next one, please. I hope you are fundamental to build up. Yes, from fundamental. Yes, you need the fundamental. Yes, fundamentals, the basic. Exactly. Up to this point, very important. Now here, you start phrasal verbs and idioms. Okay. Okay, what's this called? What is this called? Come on, what is this called? CE, come on, CE, F. Who knows?
CFR.
Yeah, CEFR, good. Also, some people call it CEFRL. Okay, Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. Okay, go. Next one, please.
Do you have some techniques to remember an easy vocabularies?
Yes. The best method to vocabulary is pictorial. Set your goal is the best for you today and future. Enjoy to learn. Yes, good. Thank you. Beta suck. Thank you. Thank you. Saw the curve. Okay. Okay, now, to remember is that you use pictures and something called mnemonic technique. There is something called mnemonic technique. What I did, I will tell you. Example, I didn't remember the word conscious easily, okay? What I did, look, I always missed the word S here. I missed the word S, conscious. What I did, I used a mnemonic technique. What's that called? A mnemonic technique. I'll show you. You can find about this on the internet. Mnemonic method or mnemonic technique. Look, write down the word, please. See how it spells, okay? Mnemonic method. Take a screenshot, Dr. Harnoli, and I will tell you about this.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now I didn't remember the spelling. What I did, I used a mnemonic technique. Not only this, I have thousands of things where I used the mnemonic method. What I did, I used S like this. Conscious of a snake. In conscious, there is always a snake. You have to be conscious of the snake near you. So whenever I write conscious, this picture comes to my mind, I don't forget. So it's spelling no problem. And words, always use pictorial methods. Pictorial. Okay, I'll show you something. Pictorial, yes, pictorial vocabulary. Okay, just a minute. Look, can you see that? Pictorial. Pictorial. Yes. Yes.
Can you explain us how to use pictorials?
Okay, now say for an example, you want to know the difference between domestic and domesticated. Okay. These are domestic animals, but this is a domesticated elephant because it used to live in the wild. It's not a domestic elephant, it's a domesticated elephant. Now you want to know the difference between domestic and domesticated. Find some pictures on the, I used thousands of pictures for myself. Thousands of pictures I used for myself. Okay, domestic and domesticated and wild. And wild. You have no problem with wild, I know, but domestic and domesticated, what you need to do, you find some pictures. Domestic means the animals that were born on the farm, and they know how to live with people, around people. But domesticated means they were born in the wild. They were caught from the wild, from the forest. They brought to live with people. They are domesticated. So you can just type on the internet and you find the pictures and use the word and just revise it for a few days. Just it's not very hard, because when the eyes can see the picture, it goes into the mind. I used a lot of pictures. Without pictures, only words, it doesn't help. In my opinion, it doesn't. So always use pictures because the mind understands pictures. Okay, look, I'll show you more. Look.
This is the short way to remember easily.
Yes, easily, yes. Look, you can see that? Endangered animals, extinct, dodo, feral cats. Look, you can see the rabid dog, rabid. You can also have a rabid cat. If a rabid dog bites, you need to go to the doctor. Scaly fish. Look, he's scaling the fish. Scaleless fish. Look, wave-footed, vicious, tame, it's been tamed. Look, intelligent, clever monkeys. You can see, look, you know, I even use gigantic. Look what I do. Look, do you know, Dr. Harnoli, you gave me this picture. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes, I'm using to remember the word gigantic, enormous, gigantic, and huge. What I do, when I look at this, I remember three things: gigantic statue, enormous statue, and huge statue. That means very, very big. Look, whenever I get pictures that different from other pictures, I keep them. I use them for my memory. Okay. So, like gigantic, huge, and enormous. Look, this way, with the help of these pictures, I remember the three things. What I do, I have written some words in my house. The moment I see a picture, I write the words on the wall and look at the picture. Three things, they have the same meaning. Look, you can say this is a gigantic Buddha statue. This is a huge Buddha statue. This is an enormous Buddha statue. Okay, so should we use translation method? No translation. Translation is core method, but translation at the subconscious level does happen initially. You don't have to fight the translating habit. Don't fight it. It's okay. But consciously, don't use the translation method. Consciously, no. Consciously, you shouldn't try. But hello, even if you don't try consciously, at the subconscious level, translation does happen. You cannot avoid it instantly. It will take time to get rid of translation habit. Don't fight it. All right?
I have one.
Yes, please.
I have one question.
Yes, please go ahead.
You mentioned about three points. When we want to improve something, or if in English, we have to associate or talk with the people who higher level than us and the same level than us. And as you said, the lower level may be a little, but in my opinion, I believe that teaching is the best way to learn. That's why when we spend our time to give some people, to share with some people, we also learn a lot. How do you think about this idea?
Perfect. Yeah, for teachers, for special people who can teach, teaching is the best method. It's great if you are teachers. But for everybody, for 95% people, it's not possible. It's because they don't want to teach. Maybe they don't have time. The teaching is really very good. Teaching is very good. Okay, now there is a question from, okay, now it's nice. There is I'm an American. I taught ESL, EFL pedagogy for over 20 years at university in South Korea. I want to compliment Mr. Ram Kumar Solomon Karki. His lesson contained many of the concepts and practices that I taught at university. Thank you, sir. What's his name, please? Nice.
Udwin.
Dr. Udwin, right?
Yes, especially from IBSC.
Okay. Good. Go. Thank you. Nice. IBSC. Okay.
Our college.
Okay. Good. Yes. Good. Can I see you, please, sir? Where are you? I'd like to see you. Oh, yes, I can see you. All right. All right. So I don't know you are enjoying or you're getting bored. I don't know. I hope you are enjoying my talk. Right. Okay.
So today we have many different countries who join us, such as Laos country, Malaysia, Australia, Vietnam, Thai, Myanmar, and so on. I think so. I couldn't remember all of them, but now our members here, almost 90s of us here.
Oh, good.
So I hope everyone's enjoyed with the class and webinar today.
Okay.
So we still have for 5 minutes now. If someone would like to ask Ram Kumar Sawankagi, you can please ask him. So everyone needs your sharings and idea as well.
All right.
Because your question will be benefits for everyone here.
Yes.
To practice English.
So yes, Mr. Dauna told me about teaching. It's really good. If you can teach, it's you get all the opportunity because to study almost all the methods you can use for teaching. That's true. I learned for 3 years. I learned English as a second language for 3 years. But after when I started teaching, I learned more. So this is true. Teaching is one of the best methods, but not everybody can do that.
So do you believe that if we sacrifice our major times for 1 year, and then we can speak fluently like you or native speaker?
Not like a native speaker, you don't have to.
No. I don't mean that the pronunciations or the accents. No, I don't mind for that because native speaker even themselves that they are not the same accents.
Yes.
But we can express the method or contents fluently like them.
Yes.
Because my experience, when we need to speak, even we have knowledge on our mind, but we cannot convey the message or contents. This is a problem for who are non-native speakers. Compared to Thai, I am Thai. I can speak many things what I want to speak, and I can increase contents. But when I speak English, I try hard to create the contents.
Yes.
But in my mind, I have a lot because we have read a lot of the knowledge. There's a problem for who non-native speaker is not concerned to the accent. How could we do? This is my question.
Okay, knowledge is of two kinds. One is reception, the other is production. Receptive and productive. So receptive, that means you do have a lot of knowledge. When people speak, when you read, you can understand that means you have the reception knowledge or receptive knowledge. Okay. But when you have to write or when you have to speak, you need the production part or productive knowledge. So everybody, almost everybody, this receptive part is always higher and productive part is always lower. Even in your Thai also. Did you know Thai, you understand much more Thai than you can speak or write. Okay, four skills of a language called reading, writing, listening, speaking. Now, reading and listening and writing and speaking. Look, always your reading ability and listening ability higher than your writing and speaking ability. This is called receptive knowledge. This is also called functional knowledge or productive knowledge. Functional. This is always low. But with practice, you can enhance this area. But no matter how hard you try, it will always be you. Even me, do you think my presentation, my knowledge is only as much as my presentation? No, my knowledge is much more than my presentation. You know that? When others speak, when I listen to my senior Shiv Khera, Jack Ma, I understand a lot of things. Why? Listening. I read this book, look, by Yuval Noah Harari. Reading, I understand a lot of things. But when it comes to speaking and writing, it is always a little lower. It's the way it is. It's everybody, not only non-native people, but also native people. Let's ask Dr. Adwin, is it true? Can you present as much as you know?
You're saying exactly the same thing that I taught in my classes in Korea. You're exactly right.
Yes. We can't produce as much as I know, as much as we know. Knowledge is always higher and production is always a little lower, but we can enhance this area. We can enhance with practice, with the right method. It's possible. Don't worry, doctors. Dr. Singh will talk. I'll help you.
Okay. When we read a book, we don't need to translate. We don't need to get a dictionary because we can understand almost 60% more. But when we need to speak what we know, we need to speak what we have learned early. You can't do. I compare to myself. I observe my own self. That's a problem for who non-native speaker. So that's how do we get breakthrough this problem? Because when we read the book, we can understand completely, or not even completely 100%, 60% we can get it, we can acquire it, but how to speak like we know it. How to get breakthrough this one?
Okay, I understand. So the brain always has more information, but it cannot transfer all the information it has. So don't worry about this, but you can enhance this area with the help of right method. I told you, first of all, CLP, corrective learning process, and also keep on reading more and more. And also you can keep on listening. And there are some other methods also that's called LASP, one of the things I told you, linguistic automaticity, that helps you transfer your knowledge into skill. Okay, what you know comes into your mouth. Right. So these are methods is the only way. This hard work and the right method and hard work. I think the right methods, I rather say methods, not just one. Right methods and hard work. No other way, I think.
Okay. I think time is almost off.
Yes.
So moderator, I think we can have only one last question if you have, please.
Yeah, John. Yes, maybe we can check one last questions.
Yes.
Anyone who would like to ask the last one, and maybe we'll let you all check your name and we send you the survey form in order to return back your certificate. Please.
You can unspotlight me, please. You can unspotlight me, please. You can make me normal, please. I'm too big now. I don't want to be big anymore. Enough.
Okay. So I think no one would like to ask. Would you like to ask Ramkumar Manchin? She's from Malaysia. Our scholar, like Ajahn Arvind.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, please.
Teacher Ram. Namaste. I don't have anything to ask. It's very nice. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. From Malaysia, right? Malaysia?
Yeah, from Malaysia.
Okay, I'd like to give my email also to everybody. Please keep in touch with team. Please, this is my email.
So we also have evaluate forms, and the audience like to register, so you can, and you get a certificate. So the moderator will announce again, because I saw some questions over here. So you make it the certificate maybe within 1 or 2 days, as the staff told me. So contact us. But we can't provide it urgently. Take maybe 1 or 2 days. Okay. But please do.
Yes. If there is no any questions, let's my team members to share the skin and QR code to give you the survey form or evaluation forms and check your name for the certificate. And we have a special thanks to the special guest. And we have good photos at the end. Our course you finished. Thank you.
Take photos.
Please share your screen, please. Okay.
Taking photos, please,
Here
everybody.
is the link with the QR code.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone, please check on this QR code and the link. Thank you.
Oh, has a photo been taken?
Yeah, after this we have photos. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. I couldn't hear properly from Pern's side, but I think he requests me to close the ceremony before we are getting the group photo.
Yeah, a photo, please.
Okay, so I would like to thank your speech is proper and more effective and meaningful to us today. So I am on behalf of the directors of IBAC. Today he's busy. He has a great ceremony as well in his place. So he give me the chance to talk with you and you all here in the names of senior faculty members and organizers. Would like to thank to you, Ram Kumar Solomon Karki, who has led the class and inspires us a lot today. We do hope that we can get a chance from you again and again, and also can work together in the future. So thank you so much for your kindness to us.
A photo, everybody.
I also would like to thank to the students, guests who join us today, and also you cheer up our aims and dreams. I would like to thank professor, faculty members, and all staff. Without them, this program is difficult to happen. Okay, and like they are eagerly to create this program. I call this special program, and always they support and cooperate to us. So thank you to make this conference possible with their opinions and views. Thank you so much. Have a great day for you all, and we will have a group photo, and we will leave from this seminar. I am happy to see you all on the seminar today. We hope we will announce you to have another seminar in the next futures. Thank you from Laos, Malaysia, Thai, Myanmar, Cambodia, Vietnam, China, and so on. I cannot mention all of them. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Ajahn. Thank you very much, Ajahn. And thank you for the special guest, Mr. Ramakuma, and all the students for participating on our class. Hope you enjoy it. Please. Okay, Ajahn, could you please share the QR code again to make sure that everyone have submitted, so we check their name and give them back the certificate. And then good photo, please.
And
okay, for 2 minutes, please, everyone.
Turn on the camera, please.
This QR code, when you submit it, we will know how many students really wants the certificate. Yeah. All right, Rajat, thank you very much. Now, could you please have the group photo together at the end? Rajat, please. Okay, everyone, please kindly turn on camera, please. Thank you very much. All right, Rajat, please. Rajat.
Okay, first page, huh? Smile, please.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Second page. 1, 2, 3. Third. 1, 2, 3. the last page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
I gave my email to everybody. Did you find my email?
Yes.
Email, my phone number also. Okay. So keep in touch. Keep in touch. If you have any questions, you can call. You can call. You can send an email. Thank you. See you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ram
Thank you
Kumar
so much.
Soman Kaliki. Thank you. So they will mail you. I hope so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Ajahn. Bye-bye. Thank you, leader.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Oh.